With this version of the split squat, we're trying to focus more on the glutes. So I'm going to step forward a little bit more than I would in a normal split squat. You can figure out what the right spot is for you, just with a little trial and error. From there, you're going to hinge forward a little bit at the hip, and that's going to just bias the glute a little bit more than the quad. You're still going to get plenty of quad and adductor on this one, but you're going to get a little bit more hip with that forward lean. Watch that you don't go too far down to the point where you're getting kind of sloppy through your lower back and your pelvis. Really shouldn't see a whole lot of movement through the lower back. If you're starting to see that, you're probably going a little bit too far down. You also want to avoid this move where you're sitting back on the back leg. Of course, there's going to be some amount of loading through that back leg, but it should be very minimal. You want to really think about staying on top of that front leg with that forward lean and just dropping straight down. Another option, if you find the bench to be a little bit uncomfortable, you can put a pad on a rack and then you can set that height up to whatever you need, which is going to be beneficial for people that are not quite tall enough for the bench, and it just feels a little bit more comfortable sometimes for people. The hip shift is going to be very slight. You're just going to be slightly turning your hips towards that front leg on the way down. Make sure that you don't get too excited about that where you're rotating so far that you're falling on the outside of the foot. The whole motion, you should feel that whole foot on the ground with the emphasis on the arch, the big toe, and the heel.